Hi, Alfonso. I'm going to be as respectful towards people as I can be in this stream. But no guarantees. I've had enough of the shit this community has put me through for no reason. I've had enough. Just gonna wait for more people to get here first, like I usually do. Hey guys. La la la. Thank you, YouTube, for telling me the frame rate on a pitch black screen is too high. Awesome. You're such a good website. Hey, guys. So, things as of late in my life have not exactly been the best. This, as y'all probably could have gathered, this community has put me at my wit's end. Like, completely at my wit's end. I've had it with the people in this community. The thing about this community is, I really, really wanted to make content for this place. I've always wanted this channel of mine to be a hub of positivity for the community. A place where you can get away from all the negativity that Neo and his little Neo Studioites bring to the table. A place where you can just enjoy things without being judged too much. And clearly I haven't been doing a good job at that. Clearly. So first off, how are you guys doing? Of course, Neo's fans start to defend him. Yeah, he is Jesus to these people. He is Jesus to these people, and that's fucking insane to me. He hasn't responded to my call to action quite yet. I'm pretty sure he's at work today, so things might change. He might get his community under control like I called for him to do. But honestly, from my experiences with this person and knowing him, I highly doubt it. And I completely, fully intend, because I completely, fully intend for the stream to be the final time I ever have to hear about him or talk to him in this channel and in this community. I don't want people bringing him up to me at any time after this. I'm going to be blacklisting the word Neo from my channel immediately after the stream is over. And yeah, I have something serious that I would like to address about Neo and, like, actual reasons why I don't like him. Because I know there's people in this live chat right now who are watching this because they don't like me and want a response. I call to you. Why don't you like me exactly? I would like to know why. if you can please explain to me the issues you have with me as a person, I would greatly appreciate it. Please. I insist. I can take criticism, unlike him. Let me know. Please. If you're here. Don't mind me just mandating stuff in my server and things right now. Give me a second. All you people talking in the comment channel about that, please stop. That's weird. And yet nobody came. That's completely correct, because of course. They're so blinded by Neo's daddy worship, and that they can't even give the op their chance to explain themselves. It's fucking wonderful, isn't it? Is it Neo's transphobic? I'll get to that. I'll get to that. Because I either can't figure out a reason or no one here dislikes you. Well, I feel silly making that circus cover now. Oh, don't. You're fine. You're fine. His fan, there are a lot of his fans that just don't know any better. But then there are the ones like the people I called out in that one post who, by the way, commented that he still did nothing wrong and that his community does not need to change, by the way. Here, let me go get those comments, because one of them deleted it, but I have them saved. And y'all think you're safe. Ha ha ha. No. Let me go get them. Under my most recent community post, with the call to action, I left a screenshot of the fucking, the thing. Oh, high voltage. I left a screenshot of what I was referring to with his community coming to just fucking beat down on me for no reason. Yeah, under that very post, not only did the same guy come to like do that more, but also another person who's known on my channel for harassing me also did the same thing. What the fuck is the matter with you people? I don't do this to Neo. I don't send my fans out to harass Neo. I've gone out of my way to keep my fans from doing that before. I've tried to make it a rule in my server even to just not talk about him. It's so fucking dumb. I genuinely don't understand what's the matter with this fandom. Either these people are like 12 or like 8, and I think they might be, but also there's a very clear chance that these people are like fully grown and have working frontal lobes, which fucking concerns me. What is this? Also, I love how the first guy in this image, the King Adam guy, don't harass him, by the way, it's not worth your time, he's just begging for me to delete the post and he'll leave me alone, which is fucking hysterical. This community and their egos, it's wild. Again, I like to have my community try and be a very positive place. That's why I mainly only cover mods that I really love, with Indie Cross being the exception, and that's like the worst vid I've ever made. I try to make this place just fun for everyone to interact in. Oh, I should probably stop. I'm not a professional streamer. I try my best to make it so that people can just have fun in my community. I'm not the best at it, but I'm trying my best. I really am. I'm very aware of myself and how I am. Okay? I very am much aware of how I am as a person. I'm brash. I know I'm very, like, outward and very blunt with the stuff I say. And I just doing my best to make people happy, dude. the reason I'm so outspoken towards Neo and his content is because I know what the pain of creation is like. I know that's a very weird thing to say, but the pain of creation is one of the worst pains you can ever go through as someone who loves to create. It's agonizing, having to make things, for hours, months, years on end, like some of the mods Neo has covered, just for some random guy to come shit on it with the horrible explanations and no other reason than he feels like it. That's why I'm so outspoken against his content. He's genuinely harmful. And he has no idea how harmful he can be towards modders and stuff. I know what it's like to have my work that I put my heart and soul into shat on for no reason other than people feel like it. I know what that's like. And seeing that he makes a living off of it, like, he is monetized. He has 3,000 subs. He makes money off of this shit when the mod makers get nothing from their hard work. Seeing that he makes money off of beating down modders, it just makes me so fucking upset. Because he just doesn't care. And his fans gas him up because, oh, it's so entertaining, it's so funny. Mod makers are not machines. They are real people who make this stuff for you. And the fact that he just doesn't care about that and shits on it anyways with horrible criticism for everything, it just pisses me off to no end. I've always been outspoken against his content because of this. I don't think needless negativity like his channel is needed in this community. Neo, I know you're going to see this. This is genuine constructive criticism. You need to open up more. A lot of the shit that I see you say, you only say because you refuse to give new, different things a chance. If it's not Spooky Mario's Madness epic banger rock song, you don't care and you hate it. You need to learn to open up more and give things a better chance. And you need to learn that the people who make the stuff for you are people. You don't get that what it's like to have something you worked hard on shat on by the masses, like the mod makers that you've covered have. I cannot imagine what it would be like to be Bitfox after your Gorefield video. Or the MOM team after your MOM video is gonna come out, which, by the way, I'm so looking forward to that one. That's gonna be so fucking awful. This is a call to action, Neo. You need to change. The shit that you do in this community is nothing but harmful. Nothing but toxicity and parasitic negativity. And you need to learn how to change that. For the better of everyone. Now, anyways, chat, is there anything you'd like me to address before going on to address other reasons why I'm fed up with this community and him and when people glaze him? Is there anything you guys want to know? Are you really quitting content? I don't intend to stick around FNF much longer after this. I'll make more content. It's just... this fandom has driven me to my breaking point. And the fandom also just doesn't care about that. I'm just another machine to pump content out of for these people. And given the fact that I'm real, and I have different opinions, and the fact that I'm not him, people hate me for it. So I'm most likely going to finish up the few FNF rankings I have left, make like one final send-off, make a stream with the rank every song I've ever ranked tier list one final time, and then probably leave. At least that's what I think I'm probably gonna do. I really don't want to leave. I really don't. I love FNF. I love this community. But it's clear you guys don't want me here. So I'll take my leave and get out. Well, you see, Darian, that's probably what's gonna happen. Because this community just doesn't let people have different sides. I'm trying to be honest and down to earth with these people who have villainized me, and they're not gonna care. Because I'm not Neo's fucking studio. Hey, at least y'all still have Kelp and Gigan. They've always been better than me at this, and infinitely better than Neo has, so if y'all are seeing this, go subscribe to them, please. They deserve more attention than I do. This shit just fucking sucks, man. Anyways, now it's time to address the elephant in the room that someone brought up earlier. The Neo being transphobic comment I left. Okay, so I have a backstory to this. One day, in sometime during October, I believe, Neo Studio and I were discussing the fact that we were going to make a collaboration video between us for Friday Night Incident Ranked. It was going to be published on his channel and stuff like that, yada yada yada. That's not what's important. We made a voice call that night in order to discuss plans for the video and maybe make some work on the script. And it transitioned from that into a different conversation when he asked me the question, "You're trans, right?" I would like to state before this that Neo Studio is at least 22 years old, and I am 16. I would like to state this before going any further, and he knows how old I am. After this, we started to go into a conversation about his religion and how he's a Christian, and that is his main defining thing in life is he's a Christian. He's at least 22. He's older than Gigan. This is something that I don't have an issue with. I don't have an issue with people who are Christian or religious in any way. I'm not religious myself, but I definitely understand why people are, and it's not something that... And I'm definitely not something... And it's not something that I would ever ridicule someone for. Kelp's been my best friend for like 3 years now, and he's a Christian, for example. Love that guy. Hi, Kelp. He's... Neo Studio, then, during that conversation, tried to tell me that I should try and get into Christianity. I told him I would look into it, which I did, and I discovered that, once again, for like the 5th time, I'm simply not interested. And it would have been left at that, which is perfectly fine. It would have been left at that, which again, is perfectly fine. But then after that, he started to go on this tangent about me being trans, right? He brought up this story about one of his other friends. I think this is a while ago, and I don't have footage of the voice call, so you have my word for this, and my memory is a little bit fuzzy. But I remember he told me about this story between him and one of his other friends that I used to know. They were a tomboy, I think, which is a girl who acts like a boy while still being a girl, which is not trans, by the way. And he told me about this because he wanted to, quote, warn me about the dangers of being trans, and how, because she felt like she was pressured into dressing and acting like a boy because of her preconceived notions, I would also feel like that because I'm a trans woman, and how I should be weary of stuff like that. No problem, PC. And which, first of all, is just really weird when I've never shown any issues with this before in private or in public, ever. And that would have been just like, okay, whatever, just shrug it off. He just doesn't understand the transness, then he doesn't understand how trans people work, and that's fine. But then after that, he told me that he doesn't directly support the trans people. He doesn't support trans people because he told me he doesn't support them, and he's Christian, but he doesn't not support them as well. It's a very weird place to be in, but it's always made it feel weird talking to him since that conversation. I don't understand what he meant by that. It's really weird, considering how he actively hearts and likes comments who misgender me after being corrected about my gender before. And the fact that the fact that to me and only me in this ranking sphere, he is very condescending to me and very much an asshole to me whenever we try to have a conversation within each other's vicinity. He would always treat me like I'm an idiot and would explain things to me that I already knew and tell me about things that I understand better than he does, and would overall just treat me like less than him. And I would like to assume that this is because of the trans stuff, because that is just how I would assume that would work. He would have no other reason to treat me like this, because I really did do my best to be nice to him. I did my best to be his friend. I did my best to make things better between us. I really, really did do my best, and he just didn't care. And then when I started realizing that it just wasn't going to work, and I started acting more like myself in front of him, and less reserved like I had because I wanted to make things right between us, he just started throwing a fit because he thought that I was being unnecessarily cruel and antagonistic towards him, when the way I talked to him is just the way I talk to literally everybody else. I don't I what I don't It's always confused me why he acts like this towards me. I get that during his polls for Gore versus Gorefield ranked that a year ago now, that I was a bit of an asshole. I know, I wasn't in the right mental space back then, but that wasn't like an excuse. That's not an excuse. I was a bad person back then. I own up to everything I did. I regret it, and I've moved on, and so has he. But the way he acts and the way he treats me makes it feel like he's held a grudge that really should not have been held for so long, and has led to so much more drama than there ever needed to be. He doesn't take he doesn't take my jokes. He doesn't understand just that that's how I am, and he refuses to let me exist the way I am whenever we did interact. He would refuse to let me be. And again, he would treat me as less than him for no reason. Yeah, something before I knew about this, I watched his weekly ranking. Something I noticed immediately was that he kept referring to Sunday, who was non-binary, as she, which made me feel suspicious. Yes, that was also very weird. That he's just very. It's not a good situation for anybody who's involved in this. Oh, that's just lovely. Oh, that's just fucking lovely. I love getting harassed on my YouTube channel. Yay! Whatever. Do you think he hates LGBTQ in general? He told me after he said that he doesn't directly support the trans, that because of his religion, it doesn't allow him to. So I don't want to assume things, and this was never directly stated. But I think it's safe to say that he probably doesn't. Especially given the way he acts towards people who go by different pronouns and stuff, with Sunday and me, and hearting comments that actively misgender me and stuff like that. Like maybe we mentioned his ungloved trash. I already addressed all of that earlier. Is all of this coming off as like the ramblings of a crazy person? Am I being like rude or something right now? Am I in the wrong? I need to know from you people, and be honest, please. Am I in the wrong for thinking and saying all of this? it's just... It's just always bothered me how he's the one who gets all the fame and the support and stuff in this little community, despite the fact that he's just not deserving of it. He doesn't accept people. He doesn't accept people's work. He doesn't accept mods that try something different. He doesn't expect difference in general. He's just not deserving of any of what he has. And it makes me upset how... I get punished for calling him out on this stuff. I'm the one who gets harassed for all this shit. I'm the one who gets treated like less than human for calling him out on all of this. If he calls himself a Christian, he shouldn't act like... Yeah, this PC Techo, I go to school with him. He's really chill. He's very hard... I don't know much about Christianity and how that stuff works, because I've never really been interested in religion personally. If you could, like, explain to me how this stuff works in a more, like, in-depth notion, that would be appreciated, please. Anybody who is, like, Christian and stuff in the chat, that'd be appreciated. Neo would later tell me that he didn't think less of me in DM. Later in DMs, Neo told me he did not think less of me for being trans, because in the Bible it taught that all people are made equal, and me being a girl does not make me less equal. And, you know, it's very easy to lie through text messages, and for part of it, I will say that a bit of what he seemed to say did seem true. Here, let me go find it right now. Give me just a second. A bit of what he said did seem true, at the very least. It's just the fact that... It's just... Hang on, let me scroll up. Here. This is exactly what he said to me after I called him out about all of this. Yali, every human being is made in the image of God in a wonderful way, including you. I never meant to make you feel that way. You asked me about my personal beliefs, and I answered honestly. I did not ask about his beliefs, by the way. He insisted that he tell me about them. But whatever, that's not what's important here. It's... It's also another thing here, but that's not, like, very important. At least not until I get, like, the proof that someone who I know said he would get me about the thing. I won't speak on it until I get that, in order to make, like, a true judgment on it. But after that, he said, you assume the worst of me. I never once believed you have less rights than any other person. If you want to be a she, that is your choice, and I have absolutely zero room to tell you differently. But clearly you don't think the same of me. You assume I'm some kind of monster because of your personal conclusions. Because of that, I don't feel comfortable engaging with you now, because you're drawing conclusions and making dangerous assumptions about my beliefs. Wrong assumptions. I've never known what to think of this. It just doesn't... I don't understand what this... I've never understood what I'm supposed to think about this. He knows that he can stop and address things, but his ego and selfishness, he doesn't. But because of his ego and selfishness, he doesn't, and always plays the victim. One thing for certain is being Christian has nothing to do with bullying and harassing trans or LGBTQ people in general. As someone who's been in a Christian household all his life, they believe that God created man and women to be together. So they don't agree with what the LGBTQ does. They don't hate them for it. Apparently the one verse that people cited for being against homophobia was mistranslation and was actually about pedophilia, but don't quote me on that. Okay, I won't quote you on that, but I've heard of that before, too. It's, I feel like the scary part is that it sounds like Neo genuinely does not understand that he's doing anything wrong, and I'm not defending him to clarify. Just saying it seems worse than just malice. People use the Christian name to justify actions that are clearly wrong. It's our job to give people hope and love while also giving them space and showing we care, not shoving it down your throat. This entire situation just fucking sucks. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. It's... Again, I don't understand what I'm supposed to do here. I'm not good at this drama stuff. I never wanted any of this. I never wanted it. Again, if you haven't noticed in the stream, I've refrained from outright insulting Neo and stuff like that because I know that just wouldn't lead to anything. It just makes things worse for everyone. And I'm just doing my best to address things the best that I can. And I don't understand what they want me to do here. This community expects so much of me, and when I can't supply that. And then they go on to praise someone who has set those expectations that I cannot follow. It sucks. It really, really fucking sucks. What do you, my community, want from me? Oh, right, that's another thing he does. He lies. The BFDI 26 developer called him out, and now he is refusing to cover because of that. Yeah, no, he says that, the BFDI 26 dev did call him out. Blam Daylight, the director of the mod, did say that he's unnecessarily mean and stuff to mods, and left it at that. And said that people were too comfortable in this community shitting on each other's hard work. And then he says that the BFDI 26 dev insulted him and, like, smack-talked him behind his back, and that's why he won't cover BFDI 26? What? That's very easily disprovable, my guy. What are you saying? That's not smack talk. It's honesty. From the people who make the stuff that you make a living off of. What? And then the MCM blacklist thing, which they have full right to block anyone from covering their mod. It's their mod. And then he has the audacity to say, I would just cover it anyways because they don't own SpongeBob. Like, what? What? Well, he said he wasn't going to cover because he doesn't like BFD. He has never seen BFDI, which is, it's probably because of the Twitter thing. He did the same thing to me in Littlest server once. We were talking about our favorite books, and I brought up the Dear Evan Hansen novel. He said he'd never seen the musical, and then I later said that the musical and the novel are, like, the same plot as the movie, but actually good, and then said that it's his least favorite musical of all time. He just does this regularly. This is normal to him. I just want you to be doing well. I know I said before, but even... Well, thank you. I appreciate it, guys. I really do. I know Neo may, quote, also has 4 times the amount of subs that you have, quoted directly from King Adam 69 himself, the fucking GOAT, but thank you, guys. The support from all 490 of you means more than 3,200 little brats ever could. Okay, I'm jesting. They're not all brats. Just the ones that come over and harass me from his channel are brats. What was the surrogate thing? When he called surrogate not even a song and said it was glorified ambiance and then just shat on surrogate for doing its job. And also, again, Neo can claim that I send my people over to harass him as well. I've never done that. In fact, again, in my Discord and stuff, I have outwardly stated to everyone to leave him alone and to not go after him because it's not worth it. And it's really fucking dumb when people do that. And he is playing a one-sided battle here. If he does say that I've done that, I can easily disprove it, very easily. I've even made it a rule that you can't talk about him in my server. That's how far I've gone with this. They got Strum on the song. How did they fuck it up so badly? I love how on that, in the comments of his post he made about that, or like the comments of the one post where everyone talked about that, he said the surrogate entry was bad a single time, and then responded to every single comment talking about it, and then would shit on the song in retaliation like he's doing something. Okay. You're a chud, by the way. If the creator of my favorite FNF, the creator of one of my favorite FNF songs of all time called me a chud and mocked me, I think I would just die. Song ain't even that bad. It's like a B tier, I'd say. It's got a few problems, but it's not the worst thing in the world. Hello, AUY. The real thing, one, I don't even remember, and two, after finding concludes that it had no consequences. Well, do you see, AdMac, it was still a rule, and I still tried to enforce it, and people didn't listen. I already banned tiers below F from my Discord server, and I didn't want to restrict speech any more than I already had, even with the new Neo rule. Suhi. Funny because I've seen a lot of people putting Surrogate S tier, and my own indeed is the best mod. Yeah, Surrogate's great. Surrogate's really fucking good. So what is y'all's takeaway about this? Do y'all think he's gonna play the victim? Do y'all think he's gonna just pin all the blame on me? Because that's something he usually does in situations, is deflect, deflect, and deflect. Until all the blame is gone from him. It's usually what he always does. What do y'all think is gonna happen? I think you're asking us what we want from you perfectly encapsulates stuff, but you're 16 and it feels like you're living your life for us. I understand this stuff isn't for us, but you're a teen. What do you mean? Betting $5 big. I think he's gonna go home. But honestly, I can see why some people don't like Surrogate, because it's a very niche genre. It's like how some people didn't like Super Asian Trials because it was something out of their bubble. But Neo's take on Surrogate was very rude. Yeah, I can get why people wouldn't like Surrogate, but the way Neo treated it was just fucking uncalled for and not acceptable. Like a lot of the segments on his channel, which people gas to no end. Nocturnal Meow. When Neo Studio tries to win FNF Ranker of the Year, but Expedition 33 already won. The Expedition 33 won a lot of war. I heard it won 9 out of the 11 warts that night or something. Man, I get all of this for just existing. What is the Dave and Bambi ranking gonna be like, bro? What is the Dave and Bambi ranking gonna do to me? Do not let bro cover monsters. I hope. I'm AU tired of this AU stuff. Hi, Tim. Love how the other two rankers who aren't in drama are working on a really big fucking ranking that has taken them over 5 months. Yeah, their stuff is a lot higher quality than mine. Frankly put, they deserve more attention than Neo does. At least, because, I'm gonna be honest, the fact that Neo is as big as he is just... He doesn't edit his content. Like, he just puts it in an editing software and calls it a day. He doesn't really edit his videos. Christmas soon, so I can be AU happy. The 16-year-old should have to go through this much shit. 16-year-olds have to deal with enough as is. Then you have to deal with a pedo, a nut job, and a jackass calling you the wrong one. Yeah, I know I shouldn't be going through all of this, but I am. This is what happens when you try to get big in the FNF community. You know, I'm tempted to stay in the FNF community to spite these people. I'm tempted to stay to spite the people in this community who want me gone. Again, I started this channel as just making content for my friends and putting it to YouTube because I know other people like watching this stuff. He doesn't have any G's in Tweakmas, but I know for a fact Final Wager's going to be bought in too. Will Pregnancy Tier make an appearance again in the future? We'll see. Happy SNS might make into Pregnancy Tier one day, who knows? Did someone say befriended? I really want you to stay and live without these because I love you, Sibling. I love you too. Ah. As an outsider looking in, I'm not gonna lie, the ranking scene for FNF somehow seems even more toxic than just the regular FNF community, which is already really bad. Yeah, it's somehow infinitely worse. We just want to make sure you're mentally okay. The thing is, I've been through worse. I really have been through worse. I'm a CSA survivor. I've been through worse. It's just that I have to go through shit for literally my entire life, and I just want, like, one aspect of my life to not be enveloped in drama for once. That's the only thing I want. This was my escape, and Neo Studio ruined it. He ruined my dream journal! Is this community worse than the OSC? No. 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 You have a question to ask away. Mr. Electric, send him to the principal's office and have him expelled! Is it really the end? I don't... I'm not quite sure. I hope it's not. If he takes accountability and actually changes and restricts his audience and controls them, then no. But if he just reflects and deflects all of this and just goes about his merry way with no change, then it will be. Because I don't want to sit in a community with him in it anymore. At least the way he is. Omnigen F tier confirmed. If Neo doesn't fess up, I'm going to make a video about this. I was wondering if you could help me out. Okay, I don't think that would be necessary. I think he already gets the point. Neo Studios hits me as a person who doesn't do this maliciously, but he's very immature about this, especially for someone in his position. He messed up way too many times. He should have learned by now. Yeah. Especially considering he's like a decade older than me, too. It's... Again, I'm aware of myself and how I am and how other people am. One of my main pastimes during my free time I get is I write books, and one of the main things I like to tackle with my books is the human mind and how stuff with it works. Like human emotions, wills, stuff like that. And I'm very, very much aware of how the human brain works and thinks. But and the way he acts in his position age just baffles me. It's really weird. What is it that gives you the will? Neil, let's be on a terrible sin. That says enough. No, he's older than 22. Gigan is 22, and he's older than Gigan. The drive that fuels your heart. Everyone has a dream, yet it's hard to believe that your ultimate goal is just to tear us apart. I think Neo's problem is that he wasn't and still isn't ready to have a community at all, let alone one comprised of 3,000 people. Yeah, that's also another issue. He can't handle his fame. He doesn't know how to use it right. I'm truly sorry for everything that's happened. Thank you. I appreciate it. Again, this community frames me as the bad guy, and like, if y'all don't want me here, I'll take my leave. It's just hard to exist in a community when my entire existence here has been people telling me to leave, and people telling me that I'm not wanted here. It's hard. It does something to you, you know? Especially when it's a community as big as his telling you that. 3,000 people against one is not a very fair fight. I think you should take a break for your own sake. A month, a week, even a day, anything. I've been taking a break. That's why there hasn't been a video since Wanton Files mod. I've been feeling like I've needed to be productive, but my body hasn't let me be productive, and I feel like I've just been wasting my time. But that does not mean it can't be won. I've been trying to win it, and everyone has just been telling me to back down and just be the bigger person and move on. But at the same time, I forgot what I was going to say. So I was reading chat. Like, no, dude, I don't think the right decision is to make a poll in response to getting called out for shitting on songs too much. Is let 3,000 kids who don't understand what's going on decide. What? When did he do that? What? I may or may not know a lot of... I may not know a lot or I'm a qualified therapist, but I can only see a break from their platform or just muscling through. There were so many negative things that I don't know the full story. Again, I've been taking a break, is the thing. I've been not... I haven't made any progress on any new videos aside from getting the... like, another small mod ranking done. Like, another small mod thumbnail ranking done. I haven't been able to do anything for a while, and it's made me feel extremely just bad. Because I feel like I need to be productive. I feel like I back myself into a corner and I need to make content for this place. But when I do make content, I receive this kind of backlash and hate. It's... The Unleashed... Oh, yeah, that. Yeah, that. Oh, yeah, that. The Pibby Apocalypse pull. I forgot about that. Oh. I forgot about that one. Dare ask what the Pippi Apocalypse... He hates Pippi Apocalypse and asked if his audience wanted a video of him, of literally nothing but him ripping the mod apart for no reason other than he felt like it. No hatred against the mod devs. No reason to do it. He just asked if he should do it because he felt like it. Game Gear, I'm her, please. Oh, that person I brought up in the beginning of the stream, that one person who I showed the comment for under one of my posts, they made a response. Here, let's read this. Have you seen her recent posts? She was basically poking at Neo, yet OMG, you were so bad the second they even mention her. She's a hypocritical drama brewing clown, and you are all her target audience. Shut the actual fuck up. What? Shut the fuck up. This person, I bet, is like an adult. I've made it known what my age is on this platform. I bet they're a fucking adult doing this. What? I remember I once told them in my comments directly, you're one of my least favorite people in these comments, and they immediately deleted the comment. They're fucking pathetic, and they have the audacity to say this about me in my comment section. You're a fucking clown, person. You're a fucking clown, dude. Nobody likes you. Nobody fucking likes you, dude. Haha. Everyone, fucking clown emoji them in chat or something. No, don't go clown. That's harassment. That's not worth your time. Can I see some, like, fucking clown noses or something in the chat? I want to see that right now. That's fucking hysterical. Thanks, chat. Hey, you clown. This community is just such a fucking cesspool. Like, a genuine, horrific cesspool of nothing but hatred and toxicity. It's horrific. I hate the people in your comment section who don't care about you, but I love the people who actually care about your channel and what you do, yeah. Imagine having beef with a child on the internet. You ever wonder if the creators of FNF stay away from them? Oh, they definitely do. Specifically for reasons like this, I guarantee you. You even hear a single word I say? Going from the Rivals of Aether community to the FNF community was night and day. Rivals of Aether workshop is so chill, Lamo. Dude, I wish I became part of a more chill community. I fucking wish. This community is so fucking horrific. Y'all know Lock the Epic. Oh, Lock the Epic. We love Lock the Epic. I'd like to add the comment that person made was, "Wow, a dog bites yet doesn't want to get bitten back." Classic. The trans person snaps at the transphobe and doesn't like when they get harassed. What? Yeah, whatever. I tried to keep the stream as respectful as I could keep it. I don't have anything else to say. I got my point across. I got everything I needed to say out. Neo, this is a call to action. You need to change. Address your audience, address your content, fix it, and change. I'm done staying quiet about all this and letting you do this. You need to fix yourself because you're ruining this community. Yeah. That's about it. You can't keep getting away with this. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna head out now, chat.